Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with a familiar face, Kelly Burgess. She's the Allen County Family and Consumer Sciences Agent. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Kristi.
Well, Kelly, it's great to have you here on set today. And today you are going to talk to us about meal kits.
Yes, so meal kits are something they've really come about within the last 10 years, but it is kind of an all-in-one service where you select your meals. You select how much, how many people you're trying to feed, how many meals you want in the week, and everything comes in a nice box delivered right to your doorstep.
And now, Kelly, I know that there are many pros and cons to those meal kits, and you're going to talk a little bit about those today, but you want to make sure that everybody knows you're not saying they're a good or bad thing, but really whatever is best for the consumer.
Right. There's definitely situations where meal kits are probably a really good idea and super helpful for maintaining good nutrition. But then there's also some times where maybe it would be more economical to do your own grocery shopping and just maybe go to the store. So I think meal kits present a really interesting intersection of, your time, how you spend your time, how you spend your money, and your health. So that's kind of all of the contributing factors.
So Kelly, walk us through some of the benefits to meal kits.
Yes. So the first thing is variety. So meal kits can really encourage you to branch out and try new things. You might get some vegetables that maybe wouldn't have been your first choice, but you might find out through a different cooking method that they're actually really tasty. For example, this is an example of a meal kit recipe that had roasted carrots. I eat carrots all the time, but I didn't think about roasting them in the oven, so that increased variety. Another benefit is portion control. So when you select a meal kit for 2 people, it's made to have 2 serving sizes with no leftovers. So that can kind of give you a good gauge to check and see if you're generally eating more or less than a recommended serving. Also, decreased food waste. So since it's giving you just enough, there's no extra ingredients left around. So you don't have half of an onion still sitting there to mold in your refrigerator. Right. And then finally, it promotes family mealtime. So we all know that family mealtimes are important for kids to get better grades in school, good behavior. And so if a meal kit makes it easier for you to make that happen in your family, then by all means.
And it's super convenient. Everything that you need for each recipe is in the box.
Yes.
But Kelly, there are some cons. What are some of those drawbacks?
So some of the drawbacks are perceived healthfulness. So a lot of the meal kits are, in fact, very nutritious and healthy, but the marketing is something to be aware of. So, for example, words like fresh or, healthy, right, can make it seem like, oh, this is always a good choice. So I encourage, if you're interested in doing a meal kit, to check out those nutrition facts online before you order the meal. You can usually see, the carbohydrates, the fat, everything broken down. Sodium is a big one to look out for to make sure that it's going to help you meet your goals.
Now, Kelly, when we get a meal kit box, what can we typically see inside of one?
Yeah, so I ordered a meal kit as a sample. So whenever I opened it, it was an insulated box. It had all the ingredients for each meal in its own bag. And then the meat was separate underneath 2 layers of ice.
And now, what else did we see, Kelly?
So you'll also see recipe cards, and these are super nifty because on the back it gives you, it's kind of like a cooking lesson, a step-by-step guide of how you walk through the recipe. So especially for beginning cooks or people new in the kitchen, it can be really empowering to have a step-by-step cooking guide.
Definitely, and we know that getting youth in the kitchen creates so many life learning experiences. It helps them develop life skills. So I think that there are really so many benefits, and there are some drawbacks. So I think each person can decide if this is right for their family or not. Thank you so much for being with us today, Kelly. If you are watching and have any questions on meal kits or need recipe ideas, be sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.